Hi, I'm Jenny from Jenny's Crayon Collection. I'm really excited to share with you today how to sort 64 crayons. There's a lot of different ways to sort crayons and we'll get right into those, but before we start, please make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and like this video and comment with anything that any questions you have or anything you want to say. I'd love to hear from you. So let's start. So before we begin, this case is the 64 crayons in case I picked it at Walmart. I'm going to take the wrapping off. Sometimes I don't like to do this because it makes it not collectible as collectible, but I'm gonna open the wrapping up right now. This one's really cool. It comes with this green case that I haven't seen before to store your crayons in. Okay, let me see. Just taking a minute. Okay, so in here, oh, this is cool. It's stored like this. So it's hard. So let's see, it opens up like that, and you can just put your crayon box in there. Let's see, you have to, it seems like you have to open it up a little bit to put your crayon box in there. Oh, see, this is a problem. I don't know. On the back of here, oh, you have to open this case up, which I don't really want to do. So I don't know if I'm going to store it in here actually, because I don't like opening this for collectible crayons. So I think I'm just gonna store it separately, but this is really cool. Could put the little boxes in there instead. That's what I would probably do, is just put these in here like this. And then that way you could store them just like that. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the color wheel. So if you look at this crayon box, you see that the crayons, there are some lighter ones and some darker ones. So what actually happens with crayons and any colors that you're sorting is it would be ideal to sort them like in a circle or on a wheel and put all the ones in the middle that are lighter and all the ones that are darker on the edges. But since we have these right here, we have to sort them in a line. So what I like to do, and you can do it however you want, is I like to do them this way, and then this way, this way, this way, and then over here, kind of going down, so your browns and reds are touching, and your greens, maybe your yellows and your greens are touching up here. So it kind of goes together. You can't do it perfectly. I mean, I guess you could try to do a circle, but since this isn't really a square, it might be a little bit harder. We'll look at how they sort their crayons. So in this box, we see the 16 regular colors. So anywhere from white, yellow, red, carnation pink, to blue violet. And we see the regular colors. And then these other boxes, they are all various shades, nothing in order or anything. So how I like to start this out, I like to start on a surface I don't really care about, so that way if crayons get out, then I don't really care. So here we go, just dump them out. I just like to dump them out. We'll do, make sure that we can see them the whole time. Okay. So I just like to start dumping them out. So there we have all our crayons. Now we're going to sort them. So I like to start kind of like with the reds and the pinks. So I just kind of say, hey, this looks like about this color. And like I said, you can do it differently because the thing is, this is pink. So it's white. This is carnation pink. Sorry, it's opposite. So it is a little bit of white, and this is red violet. So this would come in the middle of the circle, and this would come as a combination between red and violet with not as much white. So just kind of make a guess where you want it to go. So this one is violet red, so I think it would go under. So whatever's first, it looks like if it's red violet, it has more violet in it, and if it's violet red, it has more red, which doesn't always make sense, but that's the way it is sometimes. So this is magenta. Let's stick it there. Wild strawberry. Stick it there. brick red. See, it's a little bit more brown, and brown is kind of a combination of, so it's toward the outer spectrum, and it's a combination of all the colors more. So tickle me pink. I guess I'm putting pinks up there. So kind of, I mean, I probably do it different every single time. So putting orchard up there. Just however you feel like sorting them. This is Wisteria, and you can see this has some white component to it. It's a lighter crayon, so just kind of stick in there. But see, this one's more violet, and this one's definitely more blue, and this one's kind of in the gray spectrum, which tells you there's more white. So then I've got my oranges. This one looks a little red-orange. This one is macaroni and cheese. It's getting to the yellows, so I just kind of start sorting, just looking. This one looks a little red, so I'll just stick it in there. And we're almost getting done with the reds and the purples. This one is blue violet, so it would go up here. Now I'm gonna start this row right here since we're getting close. So I'm gonna put my yellows. It's a green yellow. This one's kind of orange. This one right here, which is scarlet, is red plus orange. All right, so then we're gonna get into some yellow greens here. Just wanna make sure that you can see all the crayons as we go. This one's a little bit lighter, so we'll stick it in there. So this is another problem where this one is dark and these ones are light. So they probably have a little bit of a white component to them. But you just do the best you can. I'm gonna stick this purple. This one is plum. So, because I know that one's blue violet, stick it right there. This one's asparagus, so it has more of a green. It's not blue, so I'm gonna stick it there, but it's also dark. It's got a lot of dark in it. This one is getting to the blue, so I'm gonna stick it on this side of the spectrum. Granny Smith apple, stick it above asparagus, I think. And then we got our blues. This one's a little bit lighter. This one's more purpley. Purple Mountains Majesty. And then here we go. So this one looks a little more purpley. I have a person that wants, this is Bluetiful, so where does this one go? Oh, my daughter's helping me. She saw that I forgot olive green. So olive green is a little bit greener. I'm gonna put it up here because it looks more yellow. This one is definitely green, but it's blue. This one's a light blue. So where does this light blue go? You could stick it here, but this one's definitely more green. So I'm gonna stick it right here. Actually right here, because this one's a little bit greener. So that's kind of how I do it. And then we got a blue. Kind of looks a little purpley to me, but it's light. So you just kind of keep that in mind as you're sorting. This one's blue, but it's a little bit lighter. Could be more purpley. I don't know, we'll stick it there. This one is Pacific Blue. And it is definitely darker. So, but it's also greener, so I'm gonna stick it up here. You kind of just sort these out. I'm gonna put this Bluetiful closer to that because Bluetiful is a really dark color. So I'm almost done with the blues. This one's blue-green, so you wanna kind of know what the names are. So it's very dark also. So I'm gonna stick it there. This one right here is turquoise blue, so, okay. And now I'm left with the grays. So I like to put the grays down here. Oh, I still have a blue. This one is Cadet Blue. Let's see, it's really dark. I'm gonna stick it here. Yeah, I don't know, it's hard because it's gray, so it's got a lot of white in it. I'm gonna stick it there for now. And we have our gold. Oh, and my daughter's handing me some crayons. This is silver, it's kind of gray. I'm going to move, actually, I'll move all of these over, move these ones over. We'll start another row just for the browns. So browns are interesting because you can have a combination of all the colors, red, green, blue, and I kind of like to sort my browns like that. So this one's red. You can see how that one is kind of orangey. That one's a little bit red. So that's how I like to sort. And you can do that with grays too. Sort them kind of by color. This one, but you see how this one is lighter, so it has a white component to it. And you talk about hue and saturation. Some of these are not as saturated, which is another thing for white. I'm gonna put this white here down by the gray and the black, actually. I'm gonna move this one, even though the wrapper is white, I'm gonna put, it's gold. It's got a component of brown in it, but it's kind of orangey. This one's gray. And this one looks a little bit red, chestnut. Can you see all of them still? Let's see. All right. And then we got a lighter one. This is peach, so it is kind of going there. And this one is raw sienna. I'm gonna put it actually up here. So these ones, this one's a little bit redder, but you can see how it's a little bit darker. I like it where it sits right there. And sometimes it's just how it looks to you too. Got a peach, so we can either, I kind of like the peach in here, so I'm gonna move this one here. I'm gonna put my black up there maybe. Okay, all right, and here we go. This one's a little bit yellow. So there we go. I got my crayons in color order now. If I was taking a picture of these, I would bring these up and take a picture. But so I will just read them real fast. Blue, violet, plum, violet, purple, wisteria, orchard, lavender, marvelous, carnation pink, tickle me pink, salmon, melon, red violet, magenta, red violet, wild strawberry, red, brick red, scarlet, red orange, orange, yellow orange, macaroni and cheese, goldenrod, yellow, spring green. Next row is green yellow, olive green, yellow green, Granny Smith apple, asparagus, forest green, green, sea green, robin's egg blue, turquoise blue, blue green, sky blue, Pacific blue, Bluetiful, cornflower, cerulean, I don't know if I said that one right, indigo, blue, cadet blue, periwinkle, purple, mountain's majesty, white, silver, timberwolf, gray, black, and I would actually probably keep black down there just because it goes better with those. Now we have chestnut, brown, sepia, raw sienna, bittersweet, mahogany, burnt orange, burnt sienna, tan, peach. This one, even though it has an orange wrapper, I mean, I guess you could put it in here, but I just want to leave it. Maybe I'll put it here because it's got the orange wrapper. So actually, apricot goes between macaroni and cheese and goldenrod. Then we have our gold, and then we have our tumbleweed. So actually, I don't know. Maybe I like it better over here. It just depends on your mood. Like sometimes you can put them in different places at different times. So when I'm putting them in the box, I'll start with my purples, and I'll start with them on this side of the box, and I'll just start putting them in one at a time so you can see it. So you just put them in one at a time, and other times I can, if I'm doing it fast after I put them in color order, sometimes I'll just stick them into the box, but if I'm trying to make it nice and pretty like this, got them in color order, but see, we're still doing them in a line. So we kind of lose some of that order that we just did. Got our reds in there. Oh, we have one last red. Oops. Oh well, so I'll just put it here. Sometimes I like to put the browns in with the reds just for fun. So actually, if I'm going to keep this, I will put this red over here. That would be a little bit better. So it'll look prettier in my box. And you can do it however you want. There's lots of different ways to put them in the box. I spent hours upon hours doing this as a child. I don't know if any of you did either. If you did, please let me know. What was your favorite box to organize? All right, so we have all our crayons coming in. So, oops, get that right out of the way. We're left with one green. Ha, man. So, right now these look like this. So, I'm gonna actually probably do it like this, so that way I can have the greens touching like that. So, or you could have the purples touching down there. So I'll put the greens up here, so they'll look pretty together. There's lots of different ways to do this. What about what? Awful green. I didn't know there was an awful green. Has anyone heard of awful green? Okay, so we got our purples in there. So now we have 2 spots right here. So I'm actually going to put white and black there, just to kind of continue that. And so then I have this, and so then my reds and my blacks will be together. So I'm going to put my grays here, so it'll continue this part right here. And I will start on my browns. Actually, maybe I'll start with my red ones, because my red ones are going to be close to it. So it'll kind of look continuous that way in the box. And I am also going to do other colors. I mean, other counts of boxes. My kids love to do this too. They do it all the time. My daughter's coming to say hi. Okay. All right. So there you have it. They are in color order, and they'll look really pretty in the box. I'm actually going, you could put them back in here. I'm going to put them back in this box. All right. So we have, I'm going to put the reds on the bottom. And purples. Actually, oh no, this is how we did it. See, this starts to get a little confusing. There we go. So I have them in color order. So that way when I am coloring, this way when I'm coloring, I can go and I can be like, I need a red, and I know where the reds are. I need a yellow, and all the yellows are over here. I need a blue, they're all over here. I need a purple, they're right here. So there you go. Sorting 64 crayons in color order.